Hello, welcome to today's demonstration on A10's SSL Insight technology. SSL Insight will help you safeguard your network, your users, and your data from emerging threats and attacks. A10 can help you by finding hidden threats in SSL traffic that would have otherwise gone unnoticed by your security devices due to their inability to peer into encrypted traffic. By decrypting SSL traffic, your security devices will be able to detect and secure your network from an ever-increasing amount of SSL traffic. Please visit A10 Networks website at www.a10networks.com to find solutions that can help you better secure your business. Navigate to the Thunder SSLi section under Products to download the SSLi datasheet and find the platform that best scales to your network. Also visit the resource section to define deployment guides that will help you get your SSLi Insight solution implemented quickly, correctly, and more easily so you can spend your time reading the reports rather than trying to figure out how to implement. Now let's take a quick peek at the ACOS GUI before we start the demonstration. When you first log in, you'll typically see the Getting Started page. You'll notice in the upper right we are running ACOS v410-P3 build 38. This is the latest ACOS available and will provide some of the most cutting-edge SSL decryption technology on the market today. If we go to the top row, we'll see partitions shared on the right. If we click the down arrow, we'll also see two other partitions available, SSLi in and SSLi out. Let's go to the SSLi in partition to see what the SSLi inside partition looks like for a single box implementation. After switching to the SSLi in partition, we are taken to the system screen. Here we'll see various information that is available about the device. If we go to the services map, we'll see two VIPs configured, one called Bypass SSLi and the other called SSLi VIP. The Bypass SSLi VIP is used to bypass SSL decryption for any hosts or subnets that you would not like to decrypt. Under the VIP, you will see wildcard ports for TCP, UDP, and others that will just forward traffic to the upstream SSLi out partition without decryption. For the SSLi VIP, you can see there are 4 ports configured. UDP and others will basically forward the traffic towards the SSLi partition just as occurring for the Bypass SSLi VIP. The other 2 ports are for TCP traffic. Port 443 will capture and decrypt all traffic on this port since all traffic is expected to be SSL traffic. It will be decrypted and forwarded on destination 8080 to the upstream partition. Once the traffic is received on the port 8080 by the SSLi out partition, it will re-encrypt and forward back on port 443 towards its original destination. There is also a port 0 SSL proxy. This feature allows the ADC to look at all TCP traffic and determine if there is an SSL signature. If there is, the traffic is decrypted on its original port and forwarded. The SSLi out partition will capture and re-encrypt this traffic towards its original destination. All other non-SSL TCP traffic will be forwarded towards the SSLi partition with no changes occurring. Now let's take a look at the SSL certificates. Here we'll see we have a SSLi-CA certificate installed with the additional key. Under the common name, we'll see that the device name is th3030-bottom.a10networks.com. This must be a valid CA certificate that is also installed on all clients in which the traffic is being decrypted to ensure a valid trust model. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the demo. First, I'll enable my Splunk SSLi dashboard that will enable us to see decrypted traffic as it is occurring. Here I have a dashboard for SSL Insight. Now let's open a new tab and navigate to Facebook, since that is surely one of the most visited sites by most users. If we look at the top right of the URL, we can see that the Facebook is currently encrypted. Upon further inspection, we can see that the web page is verified by A10 Networks. Under More Information Security section, we can take a look at this certificate that is being used to encrypt the traffic. Here we can see that this certificate is issued by common name th3030-btm.a10networks.com. This is the same certificate that is loaded on the ADC. So the ADC has forged this Facebook certificate, allowing the traffic to be encrypted to the ADC. Let's close those and check out another scenario. Let's open a new tab and go to Gmail and see what this looks like. Here we've logged into our Gmail account, and if we also go and check the encryption on the site, we'll notice that it is also verified by a10networks.com. Let's open up a chat window. Here we have a chat to Mr. Skeeter McFly. If we open up this chat, we'll open it large enough for everyone to see. Let's put our Splunk in the background so we can see. Here I have a chat session going to another user over Google Hangouts, which we can also verify is verified by A10 Networks. So I have Snort running, looking at all the traffic as it's being decrypted through the network. I have certain keywords that are being keyed upon, with top secret being one of them. If you notice, as soon as I type top secret into the chat page, Splunk detected this and threw out a message. In a real production environment, this would be one of your security devices that's able to see this decrypted traffic, read it, and perform a function. Take a look at the CLI for a moment. For A10's SSLi Insight technology, we can also utilize a third-party license with Webroot to enable SSL decryption through use of categorizational bypass. We can see with Show Web Category Database that this ADC has a current Webroot database that is synced daily at midnight. We can see from the Show Run SLB template that SSL Insight is bypassing two web categories, financial services and health and medicine. Let's go back to our browser and see what happens when we go to a site that falls under one of these categories. Here I'll navigate to Scripps Memorial Hospital and check out the encryption. Here we'll see that the certificate is verified by Symantec Corporation, so the ADC did bypass the traffic and forwarded on to did bypass the traffic for this hospital. Let's also check a bank. Here we'll go to Bank of America, check the encryption. Here we'll also see this verified by Symantec Corporation. Let's take a look at the certificate. We'll see a Symantec Class 3 Extended Validation SSLCA certificate. Let's close these up. For the last item to show, I want to browse to an SSL encrypted site on a non-standard SSL port. From browsing around, I found this government site from the CDC that is SSL encrypted on port 8443. This page contains mixed content, hence the warning for Firefox, but you can still see that the fact that the website is in fact verified by A10 Networks. This shows the A10's SSLi Insight's flexibility to be able to sniff out and decrypt SSL traffic on any port, thus ensuring that you are monitoring all of your network's traffic. Before we close out today's demonstration, I want to run through a new widget that A10 will be releasing very soon for its ACOS v4.1 software. It is currently hidden, so if you navigate to the software under Templates, we can see the widget. If we go to the wizard, we'll see the topology configuration. The default is for an L2 single path through between the SSL inside and outside partitions. If we click on custom, we can see many other options that are available. We're currently using an L2 multiple path, so we'll click this for our setup. But you can see there are also L3 single path, L3 multiple path, as well as other paths with explicit proxy available. Let's click next here. So here's all the information that you would want to put for the SSL inside partition. The ingress interface, IP mask, associate the certificate, and then put the interfaces for the outbound security devices and interface and IP addresses. Same thing for the re-encryption side. We'll put the other information, IP address, egress interface, gateway for this side. Here we can also enter bypass information. Here we can click on bypass by category, and you'll notice all the categories that are being provided by the WebRoot license. Let's just click a couple of these. We can also bypass by domain. So we can put in any test domain or any domain name here, and that domain will automatically be bypassed through SSL decryption. And lastly, let's put an IP address as well, just to show that we can also bypass based on individual host. If we click next, we will confirm our information. Had we filled out this information, it would have been completed. However, it is showing red, since that means we cannot complete the configuration without this information. If we go ahead and click finish, we will see the configuration based on what we have. Here we have some information that needs to be dropped into the shared partition. We have our active SSLi inside partition. And if we scroll down through all the information, we can see here we can see the bypass domain here that we put in test.com. So all the information that we did enter has been put into the configuration. And we can also scroll down and see our active partition for SSLi out. So this is a way to easily build your configuration for your SSL Insight configuration for your network without having to go through some of the typical pain of configuring within the CLI. That concludes today's demonstration. Please let me know if you have any further information or questions, and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you very much.